Hi there, it's Alyssa here again with another chair yoga class for you today. Today's class is about balance. In the last few months, we've kind of been off kilter. All our usual routines are off the table, right? And that can leave us feeling out of sorts. And so now we're beginning to come back to our usual routines. But balance is about, you have good days, you have bad days. You have some days where you do absolutely nothing, and some days where you are incredibly productive. So with this practice today, we're going to try and recoup some of our equilibrium, and we will do that by starting out with a balancing kind of breath, alternate nostril breathing, and then we will do a lot of balance type poses. We'll be doing most of the class today standing, but you are free to sit down at any time, take a break, do what feels good for your body today, which changes from day to day, and we'll get started. So we'll get started here in a chair. Make sure you have a really nice and sturdy chair. I have like a basic folding chair, but something that's not going to move. And you won't be needing any props today, but if you are barefooted like me, I would highly recommend that you have a mat or a non-skid surface under your feet. And if you like, you can practice with your sneakers on, because that's generally what many of you do in class. So we'll start just by settling in the chair, taking your mountain posture, which is shoulders directly over your hips, knees directly over your ankles. And begin to maybe let the eyes close for just a minute. Take some stillness here to settle and ready yourself for practice. And now open your eyes and join me for this breathing practice. So the traditional practice involves taking your right hand, and we fold in the first two fingers. So we have the thumb, the ring finger, and the pinky finger extended, and then you place the thumb over the right nostril and the ring finger over the left nostril, and the pinky finger just kind of hangs out there. If that doesn't work for you, you can easily just use your thumb and your your first finger. So that's what I'm going to use today. So just begin by lightly placing thumb on right nostril and index finger on left nostril. Strongly exhale out through your right nostril. Close the right nostril with the right thumb. Sorry, just wait a second. Pause. Now, inhale through the right nostril. Close it up. Open the left and exhale it out. Inhale through the left nostril. Close it with the index finger and open the right, exhale it out through the right nostril. Inhale through the right. Close it up with the thumb, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left nostril. Close it up, exhale through the right. One more round. Inhale through the right. Close it up. Exhale through the left. And release both nostrils. Take a breath in through both. And a breath out through both. Just see how that makes you feel. If you feel any more even in your breathing. And as we go through practice today, I'd like you to pay attention to the evenness of your breath, really balancing the length of your inhales with your exhales. Take another deep breath in and a full breath out. And now I'll invite you to stand with me. Have your chair handy off to the side. I want to make sure it's in view of the camera. Good. Right there. So we'll start in a mountain pose. Mountain is a very grounding pose. So stand with either your toes together and your heels just a little bit apart, or your feet slightly apart, maybe a few inches. Really feel your feet making contact with the earth. Feel the mound under your big toe, the mound under your pinky toe, the inside edge of your heel, and the outside of each heel, and press all these areas firmly down into the earth beneath you. Begin to tense the muscles of your thighs, the fronts of your thighs. Let's turn the palms forward and really point the fingertips down and away from the ears. And bring your shoulder blades together just for a few seconds and then release them down. Chin is parallel to the floor. Top of your head growing taller by the second. Let's take a breath in, out to the side, raise the palms together. Exhale, bring them down, settle them into your heart. Arms will now raise to the sky on the inhale. Left arm back, right arm center for a nice twist with the hips forward. Gaze can follow your left hand or stay in the center or forward, depending upon the comfort level of your neck. Inhale, both arms raise to the sky. Exhale, send your left arm forward, right arm behind you, keeping hips in line. Inhale up, one more to each side, left arm back, right arm center, standing twist. Exhale here. Breathe in, arms raise up, and twist it in the other direction. Both arms will raise, palms together. Now bring them into your heart. We'll take a side bend, so let's raise the arms to the sky, interlace all your fingers, point your index skyward, and bend over toward your right side. Point the fingertips toward the sky and bend in the opposite direction. Fingertips high and then settle them down at your heart. And now we'll turn toward the chair. Make sure you have it handy. Some of these poses you might also do standing at a wall with the wall behind you for balance and support. You can change it up as per your needs, but it is really good to have a chair nearby for support and to assist with your balance. All right, so step back, maybe one footprint back behind you, standing nice and tall. Arms will raise up on the inhale. Exhale, bring your palms to the seat of the chair and press your sits bones way back behind you so that you're getting a nice flat back. Bring the chin down, really press behind you. You might feel some stretching in the hamstrings behind the legs. You can stay right here, or you can bring the palms to the shins and press your shoulders now further away from the ears for your halfway lift or flat back. Breathe in here, breathe out, and then bend forward. Either hands can hold on to the chair, the legs of the chair, wherever it's comfortable, or you can let the head and arms dangle from side to side. Bending the knees slightly. Maybe you cup your one elbow with the opposite palm. Or maybe you're here. Wherever you are, that is where you need to be. And at any time if the inversion feels like a little too much, the inversion of the head, you can always come up and keep your gaze forward. All right, back to a flat back. Straighten your knees, send the hips back behind you. Hands can either stay on the chair or come to your shins. Pressing shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, down. Now let's walk toward the chair. Standing nice and tall, your palms are on the edge of the chair. We'll begin with our cat and cow poses. So we'll start with our cow pose. So yearn your chest forward, scoop out your spine, lift up the tailbone. Inhale for your cow pose. Exhale, roll everything down. Inhale up for your cow. Exhale down for your cat. Inhale up. Exhale it down. Two more slowly at your own pace. Inhaling up, lifting the chest, stretching out the neck. Exhale down. Really rounding it out. And let's come back to our standing pose. So we'll begin with a little bit of balance here. So stand with your fingertips lightly on the chair and lift your right leg. So you want your sole of your feet to be parallel to the floor. So that's some balance. Anytime we're in one-legged poses, you are in a balanced pose. So you might lift one arm or you might lift the other to challenge your balance, or your fingers can stay right where they are. Now, take your knee out to the side and again, challenge your balance in whatever way you feel you want to today. And now, begin by bending the right knee and extend. Heel can always come to the floor. We're stretching out a little the hips. Inhale, bend, exhale, extend. Inhale, bend, exhale, extend. Inhale, bend, exhale, extend. Two more, nice tall spine. Inhale, bend, exhale, extend. Last time, inhale, bend it, exhale, extend. Bring the heel down to the floor and trail your right hand toward the ankle. Toes can reach up toward the shin. Again, this can be done sitting on the chair with the leg out to the side. And then rise on up. I'll take it to the other side so you can see the leg. Standing tall. Nice mountain posture. Bend up the left knee. Sole of the foot toward the floor. Challenge your balance in whatever way makes sense to you today. Breath helps balance. Focus helps balance. Hands come back to the chair if they were raised, and now take it out to the side, and we'll bend and straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Two more. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Last time. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Now bring the heel down to the floor. Trail down your left leg for a nice stretch to the inside of the thigh, maybe the hip here. If you go down this far, or if you want to place the sole of the foot completely down on the floor, that's fine. And rise on up. We'll begin with a little bit of a flow here. Standing tall. Step back with your right foot behind you into your crescent lunge. So crescent lunge by itself, you have your back heel raised, so you're on the ball of the right foot. So this requires some balance. Stack your shoulders over your hips. So hands can stay right here on the chair, or they can rise up. And pressing the back heel toward the earth will help with your balance. So inhale here. Exhale, settle down. Now, to further work on balance, we'll take the right hand forward and the left hand behind you for a crescent lunge twist. The right hand can always come to the chair for some support. Inhale up, exhale and twist. Inhale up, exhale and twist. One more time. Inhale up, exhale and twist. Hands raise up to the sky here. Take your hands to the chair and spin your back foot flat. So the right toes are facing the upper right corner of your chair. And now straighten out the front leg, the forward leg. Adjust your chair and bend over either the top edge of the chair, or hands can come to the seat. This is a pyramid pose for a really nice stretch to the hamstrings. Allow the head to relax down. Bring some calming breath to this stretch. Now, walk your hands to the top of the chair. Rise your hands up to the sky. Really press firmly into the back edge of your right foot. And take the right elbow to cross beneath the left. Hands can either come to the top of the shoulders, or tops of the hands can come together, or palms might touch. Whichever works for you. So we are in a warrior one with eagle arms. So inhale, reach it high. Exhale, tap it down to the chair. Inhale high. Exhale, tap. Two more. Inhale high. Exhale, tap. Last time. Inhale them high. Exhale, tap. Arms reach high. Unwind. Holding on to the chair, step it forward. We'll take that now to the opposite side. Standing tall. Step back now with your left foot behind you. And rise up to your crescent lunge here. Widening out the feet will give you a nice firm base of support. Just going to move my chair up just a tad so you can see. There we go. And now let's twist over your right knee. For a crescent lunge twist. Arms will raise up. Inhale, exhale, and twist. Right arm goes back, left arm forward. Inhale up, exhale and twist. Last time, inhale up, exhale, twist. Really pressing the heel back, keeping the bend in the front knee, and the knee traveling over toward the pinky side of your foot. Arms will raise up here, hands to the edge of the chair, Back foot is flat now. Rise on up. Arms rise up here. And let's take the hands to the top edge of the chair, bowing forward, adjusting the chair as you need to, coming to your pyramid. Bringing breath into the hip where you need it. Balanced breath, equal inhales and exhales. Check in with your breath right now. Hands can stay on the seat of the chair. They might even walk down the legs of the chair. You want tugging, pulling, but no sharp pain or twinges in the back of the leg at all. Wherever you are, walk the hands up and walk them to the edge of the chair. Coming back to your Warrior One pose. So in Warrior One, in this side, you would want your left hip forward. Pull your right hip back so that you have a nice line. The hips are in line. Arms are raising up. Left elbow crosses under right. Hands to the shoulders, tops of the palms together or palms together. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale tap. Two more, inhale it up, exhale tap. Last time, inhale up, exhale tap. Rise on up, uncross your hands. I'm going to move my chair over to this side now. And we'll come to our downward facing dog. So, heart raises high to the sky. Settle the shoulders down. Walk back footprint by footprint. Maybe 2 footprints behind you. Sits bones, reach behind you as we did in that flat back. And now allow the head to fall between the upper arms. Feel an engagement of your back as you reach back with your hips. Hands can even come to the lower level of the chair for your down dog. Breathe in, bend the knees. Breathe out and straighten them. Breathe in, bend the knees. Breathe out and straighten. Now, walk your hands up to the top edge if they are not already there. And take one giant step forward with each foot. Stand tall at your chair and press firmly with your palms into the chair edge. Now rise the heels up as you press firmly into the balls of your feet and feel your lower abdominal muscles firm here as you press down with your arms. This is our standing plank pose. And then release it down. Let's do that again. Rising up, pressing down. Feel the strength of your arm muscles, the strength of your lower belly muscles. Feel your, notice your quadricep muscles engaging. These are all the muscles that we engage in a plank, whether you're on the mat or you're standing. And then sink it down. We'll take one more downward facing dog. So walking back very carefully while holding on to the chair to your measure, whatever it is. Feel the bones that you sit on reaching back behind you. Maybe you can stretch a little longer this time because it's the second one. And now inhale and bend one knee. Exhale, bend the other. Inhale, bend it. Exhale the other. Bicycling out with breath, with control, with balance. coming back to your stillness. Now slowly bend the knees and walk it forward toward the chair. All right, getting back to some balance here. We'll be incorporating some a chair pose with a figure 4 chair, which again is a one-legged standing pose. So standing in your chair, take your feet, we'll take a wide-legged chair today. So standing with your feet about hip-width distance, take your hands to your hips and sit your sits bones back behind you. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me, because in just a minute we'll be using the chair. So your hips are reaching back behind you, and your weight is now shifted to your heels, so that if you lifted your toes, you would still be pretty balanced because the weight is back behind you. So keep your spine nice and long, and then raise the arms, lengthening out the arms either in front of you, which enables you to sit lower, or higher if you can. And at that point, you might feel your belly muscles lighting up, your inner thighs lighting up, and then come back to your mountain. We'll do that again. Inhale, the arms raise up. Exhale, sit it back into your chair, sitting lower and lower. If you look down, you should be able to see your toes with the weight reaching behind you. Hold on just a little longer. Breathing here. Matching inhales with exhales. And then back to your mountain pose. Holding on to the top of the chair. Maybe you take a step forward. Take your left knee and bend it, and cross the left ankle onto your right thigh. It looks like this. And then sit it down for your figure 4. Now, for if any reason crossing at that level doesn't work for you, you can bring the ankle down on the shin or even to the floor. But we'll be working with this at whatever level feels right in your body today. So this is our figure 4 pose. Sit it down and holding your hands onto the edge of the chair. One arm might raise, and that's more balance. And maybe the other one does. Maybe it doesn't. You can sit it down a little bit more. I'm already starting to feel a little unbalanced, but I'm challenging myself today. And release the left leg. Let's take a chair pose in between. Hands to the hips, sit it way, way back. Long spine, long neck, arms can now raise, and really tighten your thigh muscles to keep you lifted up. Lift your heart. Breath here in, breath out. Back to your mountain pose. Now, lifting the right leg, knee is bent, right ankle crossing on the thigh, the left thigh, and sit it down into your, your figure 4 pose. Breathing here. One arm can lift, and maybe that's what you're doing today. Maybe you test the waters with the other arm. And maybe your leg is right here, or it might even be here, sort of like a modified tree. Take the poses as you need to in your body, and release it down. So now we'll start a balance sequence. I'm going to start at the back of my mat, probably about 4 feet from the chair, but you are welcome to stay at the chair the entire time. So we will start with hands at heart center and really focus your gaze on some point in the room. That intense focus and concentration really helps your equilibrium. So begin by lifting the right leg and just staying right there. Again, you might be at the chair. And step it forward. Now, if you're at the chair, you just put it right down. And then hands can come to the top edge of the chair and lift the left leg behind you. An opposite arm can come forward for a version of an alternate Warrior Three pose. Lifting as high as you can, and maybe your toes might be on the floor. I can't see what you're doing. You can do whatever you need to maintain your balance, your safety, your comfort level. Building in a little challenge for yourself to your level. And then hand comes back to the chair. Left leg will now cross right at the knee. Toes can stay right on the floor, and you might stay right like that. This is the beginning of our eagle pose. Sorry. So now the left arm can come under the right at the elbows and find your version of eagle. Standing in eagle. Left toes can stay on the floor just like that. Breathing here. Trying to even out my breath, noticing the length and quality, matching inhalations with exhalations, and then unwind. And we'll take it to the other side. So I'm going to walk back a few feet, hands to the heart. Use your breath to steady and even out what's going on in your mind as you attempt to balance. Now, left leg will now lift, either at the chair or where you are. You might notice some shaking going on in the opposite leg. Step it forward with the left leg. Right toes start to raise, hands come to the chair and lift the right leg now. You can stay right like that. Lengthen your spine. Opposite arm. Left arm comes forward, reaching. Your toe might be on the mat or lifted. It's up to you. If you pull in your belly, maybe you can lift the leg a little bit longer, a little higher, and get some length along the spine. Hand comes to the chair. Right leg now wraps around the left at the knee. Toes on the mat, and you might stay right there. And now right arm wraps under left, crossing at the elbows, finding your version of eagle pose. Return to breath. Slow it down. Focus, concentration, breath. Also balancing for the mind, right? And when you fall over, which sometimes I do, just get back in. Try not to take it all so serious. And unwind here. We'll take it now into the chair. Coming to half pigeon pose, bending the right knee, right ankle on the right thigh. Again, if that doesn't work, adjust it to where it works for your hip range of motion. Sitting nice and tall. And then forward. Returning to breath. Arms will raise up now on an inhale. Exhale, let's twist over the right hip and thigh. Lower the shoulders away. Gaze can follow the right shoulder or not. Can stay right center like this if it bothers your neck with that amount of twisting. Lower the shoulders and bring the shoulder blades together. Exhale as you twist back to center. Bring the right leg down. The left leg will now extend. Arms will reach on an inhale. Exhale, forward fold over the left leg. We're really winding down here. Walk your hands up the left leg and then lift the left ankle. Place it somewhere on your thigh above the knee, on your right thigh. Coming to half pigeon pose here on this side. Staying lifted with your chest or maybe leaning forward. Adjusting to your needs today. Our bodies are not completely symmetrical, so one side might need something different than the other. Return to conscious breath here. And now rise on up to seated. Arms will raise up to the sky and settle them to the outside of your left hip and thigh. Yes, that was my doggy barking. It happens every time I try to teach a class. It's part of the balance of my day. Breathing in and out here. Arms will raise up. Take the left foot to the floor. Extend now the right leg. Arms will raise up and bow forward, folding over the right leg for stretch. Walk your hands up that leg. Let's take a last bridge pose here. So the palms are flat into this chair behind you. Take your elbows and bring them together. Open up your heart first, lifting up, maybe tilting the chin, or if your neck bothers you in that way, you can always bring the chin down toward the chest. Inhale here. Open up. Feel the pectoral muscles stretching, shoulders stretching. Exhale back to your seated mountain. We'll take it one more time. Breathing in as you press into the chair behind you, fingertips pointing towards the hips. And maybe you slide now your hips forward. And maybe you reach out with your feet, pressing them toward the floor, or maybe you just stay where you are. Lift up, looking up, inhaling. Exhaling, coming back to center. Bring your shoulders down to your knees. Give yourself a really big hug. Walk your hands up your thighs, sitting in your mountain, and then find some way to be comfortable. So maybe the heels come out to the sides here. Splayed out on each side. Hands can come to your belly, one hand to your heart, one to your navel. Hands can come to the thighs. And see if you can come to a resting pose here. Settle in. Eyes are either gazing softly down or closed. return to mindful breathing, balancing out the breath you take in through your nose and out through your nose. Noticing how long it takes to inhale and matching that length with your exhale. 2 more mindful, slow rounds of breath. And last one. So you're welcome to stay here in this resting Shavasana pose. Stay as long as you like, or you can begin to bring some life into your fingers, your toes, move around a little bit. Come back to your seated mountain posture, shoulders over hips, knees over ankles, sitting nice and tall, growing the spine long. Palms will come out to the side, reaching up, chest raised. Inhale here. Exhale it into your heart through an open mouth. Shoulders sink toward the earth, relaxing down. One more, out to the side. Inhale it up. Palms together. Exhale into your heart. I'd like to share a quote with you before we end. This isn't my quote. It has no author, but I thought it was kind of fun, so I'll share it with you today. You can eat your salad and go do your yoga. You can sit on the couch and eat cupcakes and lay around all day. This is called balance. Well, it's kind of funny because we do need our days where we sit on the couch and eat cupcakes or bonbons or whatever, but we like to balance out our lives with healthy and restful and self-care kinds of things, with also, well, maybe those things are self-care, but things that maybe aren't as good for us. It's all about balance. So I wish you a balanced day. I hope you can restore some equilibrium in your life as things are changing back gradually, and you can find peace and calm in the rest of your day. I miss seeing you all and hope to see you again in the near future. But in the meantime, bow your face towards your fingertips. The light in me honors and salutes the light in each and every one of you. Let's bow together and say namaste. Bye, folks. See you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.